Mercedes has killed the AMG GT Roadster. In its place, we get the new Mercedes AMG SL Roadster. The Roadster is dead. Long live the Roadster. Let's get into it on mountain roads. We can start with something we do know, and that is that AMG has done most, if not all, the development on the new SL. It will also be an AMG badged model. After receiving some similar comments on other episodes, I do just want to make clear that nothing in this video has been confirmed. This is just what we think we know based off the latest information we've been able to find. And let's move on. Mercedes AMG has been pretty tight-lipped about the engines for the new SL. However, we do think we know a few things. We think the SL could receive a variety of units, including 4, 6, and 8-cylinder engines. Although not all of these may make it to the US. There's been no mention of using the M139 Turbo 4 in recent information, and we think only some flavors of the 6 and 8 cylinders will make it to our shores. There seems to be two flavors of the 6-cylinder. The first is the SL43, which may have 360 horsepower and 369 pound-feet. The other V6, the SL53, could make 430 horsepower and 384 pound-feet. These engines may sound familiar, as they could be the same M256 power units from the AMG GT 4-door coupe and the same 43 and 53 guys. We think there could even be an enhanced version of the M256 engine. This version could be good for over 500 horsepower, and we'll touch on this again in a bit. The V8 engine, we think, will also have two flavors. The first, the SL63, is a twin turbocharged unit. Again, the same bi-turbo M177 power unit from the AMG GT63 4-door coupe. But the new SL's version, we think, will be a more powerful engine, making over 600 horsepower and 600 pound-feet. The other, the SL73E, could use the bi-turbo V8 and an electric motor, plus a plug-in hybrid system to make about 800 horsepower and 738 pound-feet. For the new SL, we think only the 9-speed, speed-shift automatic transmission will be available. Depending on the model, that would be either the TCT version for the 43 and 53, or the MCT version for the 63 and 73E. We think most of the SL versions will come standard with Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system. There could be a rear-wheel drive version, but we think that would only be offered in the base SL43 version. Speaking of versions, there's some interesting headlines on this, with some having as many as 6 versions of the new AMG SL. What are those versions? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here they are. The SL43, the SL53 4MATIC Plus, the SL53E 4MATIC Plus, the SL55S 4MATIC Plus, the SL63 4MATIC Plus, and the SL73E 4MATIC Plus, with the E lettering designating a hybrid setup. Do any of those jump out at you? This one sure did. The SL55S 4MATIC Plus. Looking into it, we think this is the enhanced version of the M256 engine that we mentioned earlier. This version has been listed at more than one source. It does not wear E lettering, but instead S lettering, which designates a higher performing engine similar to the GT63S and outgoing C63S. The new Mercedes AMG SL, we think, will be a 2+2 configuration and will be a soft top only. As for the design of the new SL, Mercedes design chief Gordon Wagner has previously said the car will take the line closer to the original 300 SL, but not in a retro way. The new Mercedes AMG SL wears the familiar vertical bar AMG grille with a large Mercedes badge in the center, stylish headlamps, and an AMG GT-esque long hood. The traditional AMG quad exit exhaust setup is also visible. So what do you think? Has Mercedes put a modern spin on the classic 300 SL? Have they done enough to differentiate it from the outgoing GT Roadster? Let me know down below. The new SL's interior, we think, will be similar to the S-Class. Mercedes AMG has kept the interior under wraps, but we think the 12.8-inch vertical touchscreen from the new S-Class will highlight the center stack. The latest MBUX infotainment system and tech goodies like navigation, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto should all be available. The SL's drive gauge cluster, we think, will be more integrated into the dashboard rather than looking like an iPad sitting on the dash in front of the driver. We think and hope that the new Mercedes AMG SL will be revealed by the end of this year. There's even optimism that it could be on sale by the end of this year as well. We think a more realistic on sale date is Q1 or Q2 of next year. The only pricing information we've been able to find is a starting price of around $85,000 for the base SL43. There you have it, the 2022 Mercedes AMG SL. Is Mercedes doing the right thing by introducing the new SL? Or should they have just stuck with the GT Roadster? Let me know down below. And if you haven't already, I hope you'll check out some other upcoming vehicles. There are some great ones coming. I hope you'll join us again on Mountain Roads.